Yeah, I just want to show you guys this Harbor Freight buffer that I got. The Drill Master. I think it costs about $35. That's not including these pads. I bought the pads separate. I got a foam one and this wool one. It comes with like a bigger handle too that like wraps around like that if you want it, but I like to use it like that. And I've had it for maybe 2 or 3 years and it definitely works really good. I just buffed this out here. I painted this top part, buffed this because the paint is like super dull on this truck. Like if you look down there, I buffed this and so you can see it matches the new paint pretty good now. It's filthy and there was like a bit of a line here where I made the paint in and that line pretty much disappeared, except there's a kind of little parts here where I kind of messed it up, but it looks really good. So here's like a before. You can see what the other fender looks like. Kind of hard to see on the video, but this is a lot more dull than this. And I had these lines here where the clear coat built up on the tape, and I shaved those down with a razor blade, sanded it, and then buffed those out. And you can tell like right here, like how dull this is compared to that. I've used it a bunch. I've buffed a whole Corvette with it, buffed tons of headlights out, like sanding scratches. I got a drip here. I sanded the new paint here and then sanded the transition. I'm going to show you. I'm going to buff it right now. And I'm using this stuff right here in case anyone wants to know. And then I think I'm using a Meguiar's polish to finish it off. And has a variable speed setting. You can see it goes 1 all the way up to 6. And then you press this little button here and it'll lock the trigger in place. Probably put a little too much compound on there. That's alright. And that was over 2000 grit. Usually I just use a 1500 grit actually. Buffing it'll take out 1500 grit scratches, but I had that 2000 grit, just want to try it this time. Yeah, I think I ended up using it at about a speed 3 or 4. I want to keep it slow here for this transition. It still needs a little bit more. See a little bit of the scratches there. It's a little dull, and a little bit here, but at most right in the middle though you can see it got it all out. Done this a bunch of times. This thing's great. Works on. I've actually probably had it for about 3 or 4 years. I think I said 2 or 3. I just did one more pass over it. Now all the scratches are gone. And I'll still go over it with the polishing compound too. Go over everything. And I'll show you buffing out some headlights in a minute too. I'll show you buffing out the headlights here. I sanded them down, finished with 1500 grit. Here's a finished one here, nice and clear. And I've used this to get actually way worse ones than these right here. I had a 99 I think Porsche. They were like way worse than that, like totally yellow. This is a 2005 and I made them clear again. As you can see, it's nice and clear now. It takes out those 1500 grit scratches, no problem. Really the only downside to this thing is the speed will kind of waver a lot when you're using it. So like you'll have it maybe set to 4, but the speed will change and might speed up, so you kind of just have to listen to it, pay attention, and just adjust this and go by the sound a lot. So you have to adjust that a lot, but not really. I wouldn't really complain about that since I only paid $35 for it, and other than it did that when I first got it, and I haven't had any problems with it, and I've had it for 3 or 4 years, done a bunch of stuff with it. So if you're a DIY guy, I would definitely recommend buying this for $35. You can't go wrong. Obviously, if you're going to be using it every day, you're not going to buy one of these, but if you're using it once a month or so, I would buy this. And also, I've never used, this is the only buffer that I've used, so I can't really compare it to anything else. I'm sure other ones are nicer, they might have more power, and I'm sure the speed won't waver like that, but I would definitely recommend it. Go buy one if you're a DIY guy. Thanks for watching my channel. I'm going to come out with some other reviews like that. I've got a $15 grinder from Harbor Freight, some other stuff from Harbor Freight. Check out my channel, car flips, car repairs, tool reviews, stuff like that. Thanks for watching.